So what is sales enablement? I mean, I say sales enablement.
Yeah.
You're going higher level
Yeah.
revenue enablement. What is it?
Revenue enablement. It's a combination of things, right? So the first thing a lot of people think of is training, right?
Yeah.
What is it? And yes, training is part of it. All training is sales training is probably sales enablement, but
Mhm.
there's so much more. There's working with marketing. Enablement teams cannot stand alone. In an ideal situation, enablement, product marketing, or possibly marketing, depending on how they're organized, but specifically product marketing at a minimum, and rev ops
Mhm.
are a three-legged stool, none of which will succeed fully without the other. And so a big part of enablement is working with those other teams, like a product marketing team, and making sure that product marketing has that customer map, that customer journey map.
Mhm.
Product marketing is generating collateral and things, but is that lining up with the way that we're teaching the sellers to sell and prospect and all of that? Let's make sure we're supporting them, all of that.
Mhm.
It's working with the folks at RevOps to make sure that we are measuring the impact that enablement is having. And I mentioned earlier, it's working with enabling the training and onboarding and continuing the professional development of those customer success teams
Mhm.
that are so vital for those customers, okay, to be successful. That was
Yeah.
a horrible, terrible. That was an essay question from high school or essay answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but you get my point, because the minute you sign a contract, the renewal cycle has started, and if they don't have a great handoff and a great customer success experience, renewal becomes very difficult in 1 or 2 years or whenever it is.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so again, at a high level, to me, enablement, revenue enablement, is all of those things. You've got onboarding, you've got ongoing professional development, but it's coordinating, being almost a hub with these other groups to make sure that things are, sellers are hearing one voice, a united voice in how we're going to market. There you
So
go.
it's
That's
sort
probably
of
what
the
I think of it.
connective tissue for everything
Ideally, yeah,
working together.
yeah,
Yeah.
when it's
And
working
what's so
well.
interesting about this timeline that you're talking about from 2012, into the current day is at the same time, in a parallel, you have the birth of inbound marketing,
Hmm.
and you have inbound marketing is now, um, at first it was sales enablement, right? And then
Hmm.
as time goes on with inbound and other forms of product marketing and those kind of things coming on, especially heavy in tech and SaaS, um, that's where I think it has to be looked at as revenue enablement, not just sales.
Hmm. Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
And there's still not consolidation. You'll hear people call it sales enablement, revenue enablement. I've even heard go to market or GTM enablement. I
Yeah,
don't totally buy into that.
yeah,
I can see where they might be coming from. That's why I just came up with my own label, customer journey enablement, because I found when working with executives, my last company I worked for was part of the Thoma Bravo portfolio. We were one of their portcos. And I was asked to come in and a couple of times and do an advisory session with their CRO operating group
mhm,
for all the portcos. And what I found in doing that is this group of highly educated, highly successful people truly did not understand what enablement was. And part of why is because if you're not living in it day to day and you hear two or three different terms for it and you're seeing it executed in two or three different ways,
right.
that just confuses. It's just confusing for anyone.
Yes,
That's where I came up with the customer journey enablement, because that anybody can get their head around, even if they have no background in enablement.
yeah.
Revenue leaders and go to market leaders understand customer journey.